everything FDL, and here we are back for some more Week 9 action. We have an absolute banger to start us off tonight. We've got the Star League Dragons taking on the Owls. With me, I am KJ, joined by the one and only, the greatest solo caster ever, Mr. Akbars Kazam. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, KJ. How about yourself?
I am super pumped up as we get these boys in here and everything. I do want to talk to you about something just a little bit important and a little close to my heart here. Um, this Dragons team has had a bit of a rough season, sitting at 2-6 right now, while the Owls have kind of taken over a little bit, sitting at 5-3, finding themselves in good position for playoffs.
hmm Yeah, definitely. I've called this Dragons team several times. I forget which week it was, but I called their game against the Gators, and they took that to 5. Um, Despite being 2-6, that record's a little deceiving. I think that they're a lot better than a 2-6 record.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Wyveria and Pro going to be taking the field against Cruising Kid and Magic. So we are going to see an A lineup in the Dragons versus a C lineup in the Owls. Should be interesting to see. Any pregame predictions from you, though?
I mean, I have to say that I have seen this lineup from the Dragons. This is actually the lineup that they played against the Gators. So if they played like they did that night, there's a good chance the Dragons can take this. We'll just have to see what the Owls are going to bring out tonight.
Yeah, and as we get these boys on the field, we are going to be getting ready and getting set for game 1 of this best of 5 series. And here we go as Wyverian Cruising Kid going to go for the kickoff. Pro with a shot already on net, turned away by Magic. Pro going for the bump there. Magic going to try to take this one down the field. Wyveria cuts it off. Over to Pro. Pro going to go for a little bit of an aerial play. Can he get the second touch? He cannot, as that is completely cut off by Magic. The speed of this one already, and Cruising Kid going to get past Wyveria, putting the Owls up 1-0.
I mean, great play by Cruising right there. Got it around Iberia, just missed. You hate to see it, but those are the mistakes you can't afford to make.
Yeah, you definitely hate to see moments like that because that was a little clinical of a play there from Cruising Kid. Very well done as he's going to try to take control. Misses the ball. This ball is in a little bit of a dangerous spot, but Cruising Kid able to get up for that and clear it away. Wyveria gets a nice little touch. Cruising Kid no boost to work with. Wyveria going to take this one away. Great 50-50 from Magic right there in the midfield, able to get that win. This is going to be a shot on net. Can anybody get to it? What a save from Wyveria. Woo-hoo, that was close and very dangerous. Dragons keep this one in 1, and we've only played a minute of Rocket League.
Yeah, it's been real hectic so far. Both of these teams are kind of really not just feeling each other out, but just really going for the ball, going for the net, just attacking each other.
Yeah, and that's, oh my goodness, what a play. What a play. Magic going for that bump and Cruising Kid from the midfield. Bardowski's whole lead, and the Owls take that 2-0 lead. And Akbars, this is this has been a little bit of an MO for the Dragons. You know, sometimes they drop that first game, but they are able to come back. There is still a lot of time, though, as that's a good shot from Pro, saved away by Cruising Kid. Can they figure out what this Owls team is doing and fix the mistakes that they're making?
I definitely think so. Even in that game against the Gators, they lost a couple, and some of them weren't very pretty. But so it may take them a game to see where the Owls are at, and they should be able to adapt after that. So even if they lose this one, I expect them to really bring it to the Owls in game 2.
That's an awkward ball there from Wyveria. Cruising Kid going to put a shot on net, just wide. Wyveria not able to find a touch, but will take control of this ball. Try to push it up the wall. Not much boost to work with here. Will take it back down. Try to get a touch over to Pro. Not going to be able to find one as Magic. Going to put this one over towards the mid. Pro, good position to be able to take that. Great play, very smart to put that one into the corner. What a save from Wyveria as Magic put an absolute crank of a shot on net. As Wyveria going to dribble this one down, try to go for the flick. Cruising Kid easily turning that one away. Pro not finding any sort of contact with the ball. Wyveria cutting that ball off though. These teams seem to be pretty well evenly matched, even though the scoreline does not show it. They are playing very well against each other. As Cruising Kid gonna put this one down, almost gets another touch on it, gets a bump on Wyveria. Magic taking control, fakes one. Can he get past the last? He can! Ooh. What a play from Magic! Owls up 3-0.
That was just a fantastic solo play from Magic right there. You know, not that he hasn't showed up, but it had been the Cruising Kid show up until this point.
That was like, I didn't know that was legal to do here in FDL, but apparently it is. As Wyveria going to go for the air dribble, not going to be able to find it as that ball is turned away by Magic. This ball going all the way down into the Dragons' corner. And really, if you're the Owls here, you don't really have to do too much. You can just kind of, skate on by a little bit. Cruising, going to put this one up. Oh, Pro with an unfortunate side flip. Oh, man, you definitely hate to see those moments.
Yeah, you really do. It's just those unforced errors. I mean, that wasn't, good on Cruising to get it on net, but it wasn't a particularly hard shot and could have been a fairly easy save.
Yeah, and that's something that happens. It happens to everybody. Oh my goodness, what a dunk from Magic!
Wow.
We don't even get a chance to fully talk about that last goal, and Magic is just like, all right, guys, it's time to move on. Great dunk, though, from Magic, and this Owls team has really been just piling it on the Dragons.
Yeah, really. I mean, this is just absolutely one-sided. We really, I think at this point, Dragons just need to get through this and regroup for game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of 5 goals being scored in such a short amount of time. But with the way this Owls team is playing right now, both defensively and offensively, it's going to be difficult for the Dragons to get really anything fully going because they have not gotten anything fully started yet because they've been down in their own half so much. And whoa, ooh, I thought that was going to be a ceiling pinch. I really did. Great demo coming out from Wyveria. Pro to take control of this. Got Magic to deal with right in front of him. Still has a little bit of boost. Gonna go for maybe a shot here. Does not get the shot fully off as much as he wanted that hook shot. And Cruising Kid gonna take control of this. Gets past one. Can he get past Wyveria? No, he cannot. Great save from Wyveria, even though it did not count for him. The backboard touches have been what's really been putting this Owls team and keeping them on pressure against the Dragons.
Yeah, definitely. They just keep putting that ball off the backboard. They keep putting it towards net, and they keep making the Dragons make plays, use boost, and not get a chance to do anything more than try to keep the ball out of the net.
Oh, and that was a good opportunity. Wyveria just putting that one a little bit high. And as soon as this ball touches the ground, that's going to be game 1. The Owls take it in dominant fashion, if I do say so. 5-0. Akbars, talk to me a little bit here. What do the Dragons need to do different in this second game?
Really, I think just regroup. They need to try to shut down Cruising Kid. He was most of the offense in that game. If they can slow him down and just try to be a little bit better on defense, they can hopefully get a couple goals.
Yeah, one of the big key factors here. Look at the shots on target. The Owls put up 14. Granted, the Dragons saved half of them, but they only shot half of them. The Dragons only shot 7.
It also tells you the level of accuracy on the Owls there, that 14 shots. They made 7 saves and scored on 5 of them. 12 out of the 14 shots were put on net. And that's just pretty impressive.
I'll tell you what, this second game, if the Dragons can make a couple adjustments as to, maybe taking out Cruising Kid, go for that bump and demo play, they might be able to find themselves with a win. But here we go, game 2. Pro gonna put this one off the corner. Cruising Kid gonna go up for this very early. Not able to find the greatest touch. Magic gonna challenge Wyveria. Wyveria has full control on this one. Avoids a demo. That was actually kind of nutty. Able to put Wyveria putting that one all the way over. Can he get the air dribble? He cannot. He's so close to it. Not able to put that one in. But that is some good life out of the Dragons. But holy flicks from Magic. Not able to score on that one. But both of these teams starting off game 2 with a ton of pressure, even though we've only been 40 seconds in.
Yeah, definitely. The Dragons have come out and they look like they know what they need to do, making some solo plays, just trying to separate the Owls out there and just play ones.
Yeah, and Pro and Wyveria have a lot of time played together. Great save from Pro off of a ridiculous touch there from Cruising Kid. As Wyveria going to go for the flip reset, not going to find it fully. Pro able to come in, not able to put the shot on. This is an open net opportunity for the Owls, and they are going to convert. Owls up on 0.
I mean, the Dragons just committed a little too hard on the attack there and left the back open.
Yeah, and sometimes it's sometimes going for that even though double commits aren't always the greatest thing, sometimes throwing the opponent off is just a little bit more a strat per se. But Magic and Cruising Kid gonna put themselves another one up 2-0. And Akbar's, I feel like we're seeing kind of the same thing we saw in game 1.
Yeah, it's starting to kind of head that way. The Dragons just, they need to find a goal at this point to just try to get something started.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that they could start doing is, maybe going for a couple more fakes, couple fake challenges. Because it seems like the Owls have been reading most of it as Pro going to take control of this, but Magic is going to be able to recover for it. And that's one of the things that we kind of talked about, is maybe going for that demo or bump play. A boost steal is every once in a while good, but not in that situation. Is Cruising Kid going to put in a second for himself? And with 3 minutes left, I don't know if the Dragons have found the recipe yet.
No, I don't think so, but they're gonna have to find something. They can't keep getting blanked like this.
Yeah, definitely 100% agree with that. Wyveria gonna put that one over in the corner. Magic gonna go up for this. Pro meets him. This is a good opportunity for the Dragons now. Cruising gonna put this one out, go for the musty flick. Not gonna get full contact on it. Wyveria gonna air dribble this one. Tries to get past Magic. Great patience from Magic there on that one to be able to recover well and make sure to get the clear. But that is a booming clear from Pro. It is now a foot race to this ball. Wyveria gets beat by Magic. Pro taking his time, does secure the boost. Able to put this one over up the wall. Not able to secure that second boost. That would have been very key for that play to work out for the Dragons. But this ball is going to find its way into the back of the net. Barely, I might add, but even still, it's nice to see some life out of the Dragons.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the pop-off potential right there of the Dragons is being able to make plays like those. Now that they found one, I think let's see if the floodgates have opened.
I don't know, but I think that's a real possibility, as this is an open net opportunity. But Pro nowhere to be found. I mean, this is one of the things that if you're the Dragons, you definitely got to start doing, is finding yourselves in better positions, especially with those open nets like that. But Pro gonna take control of this, gets demoed for his efforts. You saw that one coming from a mile away, and this is an open net for the Owls, and Magic is gonna put that one in. Owls respond very quickly, up 4-1.
I mean, that was fairly clinical. Get the demo, you take him out, and second man has to come up, try to push, and he gets beat, and empty net, easy goal.
Yeah, and the Owls are doing a very good job, and not to say Wyveria is not a threat, but they have been taking Pro out so much. This man has been an absolute monster. Is this going to double tap potential? Not able to find it though is Cruising Kid. Magic gonna take this one, and I'm afraid to finish my thought because I feel like something's gonna happen. But my thought was this: is that Pro has been has been a pretty good staple here in FDL, starting out in the Origin League and then moving all the way up to Star within a couple seasons. And I don't even get a chance to say anything because Cruising Kid is just going to say, hey, enough about Pro. You got to start talking about me a little bit, as he's going to put in a 5th one for the Owls.
I mean, he had 3 in the first. That's his 3rd in this game. I mean, it's his night tonight is what it seems like. All the bounces are going his way.
As Pro gonna get that one, but it's kind of like a superstar spotlight thing. Pro has found himself in 2 leagues within the past 2 seasons. So I mean, Expert last season, him and Wyveria were able to take the championship, and then he is now in Star League. So a lot of improvement from this man. An unfortunate miss there. This could be an open net opportunity. Not gonna find it. Is Wyveria as he puts a shot on. Magic over 1, does get bumped. Cruising Kid gonna try to put a shot on. Great demo there from Pro. Magic committing for this one. Wyveria gonna go for the demo, but this ball isn't even gonna be close to the net. The Dragons trying to find something different to do. And no! That was a clinical, as you said earlier, that was a clinical play. Just absolutely booming Pro out of the way, leaving the open net for Magic. Owls up 6-1.
The Owls have just been playing a more physical game. The times that the Dragons have looked good have been when they've been getting these bumps, getting these demos, taking the Owls out of these plays. And when they don't, the Owls are making these plays.
Yeah, and this one is going to end at 6-1. Wow. Just looking at this score line, this Owls team is playing to their full potential right now. I mean, 1,500 plus points for a combined score is just absolutely ridiculous. They were all pressure.
They have 23 shots in 2 games. I think that kind of just says enough. When you're putting up 23 shots, the other team's not shooting. If the other team's not shooting, they're not scoring.
I mean, yeah, that's the best way to say that. 9 shots for the Owls, 4 shots only for the Dragons. And it seems the Dragons can't seem to get past Cruising Kid, who, even though he was not the MVP of that game, he certainly played like it. I'd like to see a little bit more out of the Dragons, though, especially whenever it comes to that physical play. Because the Owls are beating them on physicality alone. And if the Dragons can get more physical, I think this series turns in their favor.
I think so too, but as a double-edged sword on that one, they need to get physical without necessarily becoming too aggressive. They can't get too far forward trying to make these physical plays and putting themselves out of position.
It was a good opportunity to begin with, but Magic going to cut that one off. Not able to find a touch there to get that down to Cruising Kid. Wyveria, heavy touch on that one. Cruising Kid able to put this one up. Can he get the double? He can! Wow, what an absolute banger of a shot. Pro just not able to fully read that one. And one in the same. 4:35 left in the game, and the Owls are already up 1-0.
I mean, he just decided he's going to do it himself. Not much you can say about that. Just another quick start from the Owls, though.
Yeah, and that was just going to be just high from Wyveria, not able to get the shot fully on target. Great challenge there from Pro, but Cruising Kid going to find himself putting that one close to net. Very dangerous ball, but Wyveria able to clear this one out. Wyveria with control. Can he get past Cruising Kid? No, he cannot. Cruising Kid's defense has been absolutely lights out for this Dragons team. And that's a great touch from Pro, able to cut off the possible double. Wyveria going to try to get control of this ball. Pro going up for this one, gets past one. Has one man to beat, has the boost to be able to do it. Able to get past one. I don't know if I agree with that play per se. Putting that one into the corner, because that would have been a good opportunity, and that's another opportunity. Not able to find the back of the net. Dragons showing a little bit of life offensively, but the defense. And, oh my God!
Sometimes you don't get the bounces. That's just not a Dragons bounce. You know, maybe yesterday they get that bounce, but not tonight.
Every time something starts to go well for the Dragons, the Owls just completely cut it off and pull absolutely nutty dunks like that. And like you said, get those bounces that prove very very difficult for this Dragons team. And it just seems to be the Owls' night tonight.
It really is, but also it's like I have to say that this Dragons team I feel like is really desperate for a goal, and when they are getting this time in the offensive zone to have these opportunities, that they're a little bit of tunnel vision, looking at the ball, really just trying to get it in the net, not necessarily thinking about what happens when they lose possession and the Owls are going to come back, and I think that's where the Owls have been getting these goals.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, that's almost a pre-flip goal there from Cruising Kid. That would have been clip worthy 100%. But the Dragons find themselves in a good position now. They do have the offensive pressure, but Cruising Kid is going to be able to get back for that. Oh my God! What a save from Magic. That ball was pretty much all the way in. Oh man, if you're the Dragons right now, you have to be thinking, what do we have to do to put this ball into the back of the freaking net?
I mean, for starters, get the ball all the way over the goal line. Don't count till it's all the way in.
What a save. I mean, my goodness. I can't even do that, first of all. But then again, that's probably why I'm not Star League. Great demo there from Wyveria. Kind of cut that play off a little bit. Cruising Kid going to keep this ball down in the Dragons' half. Wyveria taking control. Magic with an instant challenge, and I think that's one of the things that's throwing this Dragons team off right now is the quick challenges from the Owls. Not able to get around that first man, but even still, it's just been an absolute horror for them as the Owls still lead by 2, but there is still 1:15 left to go. Dragons still have an opportunity here as Cruising Kid going to go up for this ball. Going to try for a double here. Not able to find a great touch from Pro to be able to save that ball away. Magic going to go up for this one. Go for the sandwich. Cruising Kid nowhere around. Pro going to put a shot on. Is that going to go in? No! Oh my goodness. If that does not tell you that the bounces are not going the Dragons' way, nothing will.
You know, sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good. And the Dragons definitely need a lot more luck.
Yeah, and that's a great touch there from Wyveria to be able to get that one over to Pro. Pro in a good position that time, puts that one in, does cut this lead in half. So there is a possibility for the Dragons to come back in this one, and especially with 44 seconds left.
Yeah, they have a chance, but honestly, I have to say that was the first time tonight that the Owls seemed like that they weren't on the ball as soon as it was free. The Owls have just been where the ball is going to be, and the Dragons haven't, and the Dragons got to do it that time.
Yeah, and that's got to be a big confidence booster if you're the Dragons for sure. This ball gonna bounce dangerously, but a great demo from Magic is gonna completely cut that play off. Pro in no man's land here, not able to get another touch on it. Iberia with not a lot of boost to his name. Last 7, well, technically last 5 seconds now, as Magic gonna put this one down there. This ball is still up in the air. Dragons still have potential here, but they do have to carry it all the way down the field. But Cruising Kid is just gonna say, no, we're just gonna go ahead and finish this out. Owls take this one in 3, and they win this game 3-1.
Just an absolute lights out performance by the Owls, start to finish. I mean, 14 goals in 3 games. They let up 2. I mean, absolutely dominant.
I mean, this Owls put on an absolute clinic tonight. But definitely not to take anything away from the Dragons. They just could not get anything started. So hopefully next week they can kind of bring this back a little bit, play a little bit of playoff spoiler. But what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can't get these boys in here, possibly for an interview. But Akbars, talk to me for a second. Everything seemed to be going the Owls' way. I don't know if that's luck or if it's just pure skill.
I mean, it's always a little bit of both. Games like these, it's hard to really tell what's skill and what's luck, but sometimes being skilled gets you in those positions where you can get lucky. I mean, that one save by Magic, like, takes a slightly different line. The ball's in the net. It's not necessarily a skill thing. It's just a little bit of luck sometimes, but you got to put yourself in those positions. And the Owls definitely did that, and the Dragons really struggled.
And I 100% agree with that. But right now, we're going to talk to Magic. Magic, are you going to be joined by your absolutely crack teammate, Cruising Kid?
Nah, the Cruising fella said that he did not want to join, but he sends his condolences.
Sends regards / condolences. Either way, congratulations on your guys' win, sweeping the Dragons. How are you feeling after that game?
Pretty good. We definitely knew that we could beat them. I believe we beat them earlier in the season. I don't really remember, but
Yes.
Definitely feeling good after that. It felt dominant, it felt good, and I feel really good with Cruz.
Well, you definitely showed that. It's one of those things that we were kind of talking here in the booth that you guys put on a clinic. I mean, the last game was the closest game out of all 3. So you guys were absolutely dominant. But one of the things I do want to ask is, was that the game plan going in to the game, was to try to dominate as much as you can offensively?
Yeah, that's pretty much the game plan for every game. Go in thinking you're the best, go in thinking you're gonna win, and go in putting on a clinic. And you kind of just come to whatever obstacles there are and get over them. But we didn't really face too much hardship in this one, and we, showed what we could do, and we're hoping to carry that momentum forward.
Akbars, do you have anything you would like to ask this wonderful, beautiful specimen of a human?
Oh, I mean, I don't have much. I'm still trying to process that absolute drubbing. I mean, and honestly, just especially Magic. I mean, coming in, you know, taking names and walking away. I mean, just incredible performance.
Yeah, for sure. Had our fair share of mistakes, but we're gonna clean that up, and against tougher opponents, we're gonna make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Before we move on to talking about the playoff picture for you guys, I do have to ask, because that save that you made in game 2, I don't know if you remember it or not. The ball,
The one that was on the goal line.
the ball was 7/8 of the way in, and you somehow, some way, managed to get to that ball and kick it out. That had to have been a huge confidence booster for you.
Yeah, it's funny because I was at really low boost. I was at like 24 boost or something, and Cruz goes, "Oh no, I can't get that," and I'm like, "I don't worry about it." And as it was going in, I was like, I don't know about this one, but I got there, and yeah, it definitely felt good. It kind of laughed about it, but yeah, it was a good one for sure.
So moving on into the playoff picture, you guys are technically still in it. Um, what's the? Are you taking it one game at a time, or are you looking forward to playoffs?
At this point, I think we're definitely looking forward to playoffs. We definitely feel confident moving forward. We took a few hard hits last week. It definitely would be better looking forward to playoffs if we didn't do that last week, but each week is a new one. And, while we are somewhat taking it one match at a time, we definitely feel confident that we're going to make it to playoffs, and we feel good about our performance. And we think that we'll be able to go toe to toe, and we have a really good shot at winning.
Yeah, and you guys definitely do have a good shot at winning, especially if you put on a performance like you just did. But next week, you guys do have the Penguins to deal with, who have made a couple changes to their team. But either way, congratulations go out to the Owls. But that is going to do it for us for this Star League matchup. Make sure you stick around because at 10 o'clock, we have quite possibly the game of the week between the Huskies and the Colts in Elite League. The two of the top three teams. You are not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a banger of a series, and we hope that you stick around for that one.
infinite power.
Hello and welcome back to Frontier Doubles League. Our 10 o'clock matchup tonight is an Elite League matchup between the Huskies and Colts, who sit atop the Terra Conference. And it will be a battle of two giants. The Huskies come in 8-0, the Colts come in 7-1. It is shaping up to be an epic matchup. So let's get these players in here and let's get these games started. Still just waiting for the players to load in. There we go. Now let's get this kickoff underway. Off of the kickoff, Milio takes it, brings it towards the goal, pushes it across. Not able to make anything of that. Soares playing it up in the corner, puts it towards the net, turned away easily by the Huskies. As the Huskies finally bring the ball over into the Colts side there. Soares with it off the wall. Able to get it by one, not able to get it by the second. Milio back to put it back into the Colts end. Off the wall, ball just sitting there in the middle. No one able to get a touch on that. Milio missing just a little bit wide. As it comes back, Soares is able to tip it away from the net. Milio up, playing it through the middle. Able to get it over Lottie, but Tater's there to push it away safely. Back towards the middle, Soares pushes it across to the other side. Milio puts it towards the net. Tater there again to turn it aside. And we're going to repeat this again. Soares through the middle. Milio doesn't get the touch this time as Lottie puts it in the middle for Tater, who's not able to do anything with that as Milio is able to clear from his defensive half. Hard shot off the backboard, missing just high. As Lottie takes it down for the Colts, bringing it towards net. Easily turned aside by Milio as he brings it forward into the offensive zone. Tries to throw it across. Not a great centering pass, but so not anything to come of that. Tater playing it in, not able to get it past the Colts defense. As Soares is able to make a play, putting that ball by the Huskies defense right there. Off the kickoff, Milio makes a touch, but Tater's there to take it at midfield. Milio able to turn it away, has a scoring opportunity, and is able to put that into the net to give the Colts a 2-0 lead. With 2:45 remaining here. Off this kickoff, it heads towards the sidewall where Lottie takes it, brings it into the air. Met by Soares as it drops down into the middle. Milio off the wall, brings it down into the Huskies' end where Soares is there to play it in the corner. Gets it over one, Lottie's able to knock it away, but Soares able to keep it deep down in the Huskies' end there as Tater finally able to put it back into the Colts side. But Soares is right there to bring it back. Tater up the wall, trying to find a decent touch, isn't able to get one that it seemed like he would want. As Milio misses just a little high, just a little wide. Lottie up, trying to put it towards the net. He does softly and easily turned away by the Colts here. Back out in front again, Milio clears it. As the Huskies seem like they're starting to finally generate some offensive pressure here. Let's see if they can make a conversion as Tater tries to dunk it and Soares is there to meet him, turning it away. Lottie up, dropping it in the middle. Tater able to get that dropping ball and put it in to cut this Colts lead in half with 1:32 left. Excellent passing play on the part of the Huskies to get that ball in the middle, and especially for Tater to find that finish through the Colts defense there. Not an easy play. Soares off the ceiling, not able to get it past Lottie, who leaves it off for Tater, takes it in the midfield, met by Milio. Heading towards the sidewall, the Huskies able to get it back into the Colts end, but a demo from the end of the Colts, and they're still not able to clear their defensive zone. Taking their time, the Huskies giving a little room, but coming in, closing that space down, and really playing aggressively now, getting a lot of bumps, a lot of demos, not giving this Colts team an easy time, as they are struggling to even make it past midfield right now, as they finally do that, and Lottie's up to meet them, and Tater takes it, bringing it right back into the Colts end, looking for a bump play. They get it, as Tater is able to just drive that ball into the net, as Lottie takes out that defender, and can't make it any easier for Tater. The Huskies have tied it up at 2 with 41 seconds to go. Tater off the kickoff, turned away by Milio. Almost a chance there as the Huskies get another demo, but the Colts able to bring it down into the Huskies zone. Almost a chance out in front, but not too much. But Soares taking it up the wall. Lottie getting there first, sending it down the Colts end. Milio up to meet it in the middle, puts it towards net. Tater easily turns that away, starts bringing it upfield. Lottie chucking it towards net, missing just high. Not able to get a second touch there, and they're going to let it drop as this game is going into overtime. Tied at 2. Lottie taking it up, bringing it through the midfield, trying to get a dunk. Soares is able to easily turn that away. Soares has a free net there, putting that one in 13 seconds into overtime of game 1 to give the Colts a game 1 win. That is only the second game the Huskies have dropped in all of their series so far. It was just a great play, great game by the Colts. The Huskies really did come back there and almost able to pull that out, but just a little aggressive play there at the start of overtime that let the Colts get that easy counterattack. There just wasn't anyone back on the part of the Huskies. But heading into game 2, the Huskies are really going to have to shake off that loss. They're not terribly used to that so far this season. And the Colts have actually been the only team to take games off of the Huskies, being able to take one in their Week 4 loss. As we start game 2, the ball's put down into the Colts end, where Soares brings it towards the middle and met by Tater. Milio taking the bounce, not able to make anything out of it, as the Huskies are able to put it back down in the Colts end and are applying a lot of pressure here to the Colts. As there were a couple bumps, could not really see through the smoke there, but Soares is able to put one in. Only 22 seconds into game 2. And that physical play really showing and really converting into goals here. The Huskies getting that demo play for their second goal in game 1, and the Colts being able to do that here to get their first goal. As Soares plays it towards the middle, Milio touching it into the corner. Puts it towards net. Lottie's there to meet him on the short side and turn it away. As he takes it, bring it towards the Colts end. able to get the pinch to tie it up at 1. Just a great play from Lottie there, taking that up, taking it off the wall and getting the pinch into the net. So with 4:13 to go, we are tied up at 1 here. Emilio trying to make a pinch off the corner, deflected by Tater across the pitch. Where Lottie plays it into the corner, trying to meet it out front. Emilio cuts that off, trying to get the pinch and does, but is demoed for his efforts. As Lottie takes it off the wall towards the middle, Emilio knocks it in as Tater was not there to make a play in the middle. Soares there to take it, going up with it. Slowly moving towards net, trying to throw a change up there, but it's stopped by Tater. Ball up in the Huskies corner, knocked away by Lottie, making a second touch, trying to put it towards the goal where it's stopped by Soares. Getting it around Tater, and a nice pass there from Soares to throw it off Emilio and put that ball in the net. Great, really great team play. And that physical play coming in and getting another goal. Soares almost off the kickoff, able to put one in, but Tater is able to get back just in time to turn that away. Soares with it in the corner, not able to get a strong touch on that. Met by Emilio, knocking it off the backboard. Lottie able to touch it away. Soares back to meet it, pushes it into Emilio, trying to get the one-timer off, does not, as it's turned away by the Huskies. Soares with it in the middle, makes a fake, gets bumped. Emilio coming in, doesn't get the touch on the ball, gets the touch on his teammate there. Emilio trying to corral it near midfield. Lottie just takes it from him, plays it up, air dribbling it towards net. Bump play, Soares gets the bump on him, and a save by Emilio just in time to keep that ball out of the net. Tater trying to get it over, can't. Emilio plays it back into the Huskies' end, retreats a little bit as Lottie takes it up. Playing it forward off the backboard. Tater off the backboard touch, not able to find the net, just a little wide. Let's see if that miss may come back to haunt them later. Soares playing it off the backboard, not able to get a second touch off that. Turned away by the Huskies. Ball put towards net, that one just a little wide left. Not necessarily a shot, but still a scoring opportunity for the Huskies that they're not able to convert on. Tater's able to convert on that one though. Tucking it short side off of the rebound out front, and is able to tie this one up for the Huskies again at 2 with just under 2 minutes remaining in game 2. Off the kickoff, Tater on the wall. Air dribbles it out to the middle, met by Soares, who's going to bring it the other way. Lottie's able to turn it away, demoed for that effort. Emilio able to take back possession, but a bump play by Tater gives the ball back to the Huskies as the Colts meet him at midfield, and that's almost a pinch in the wrong direction. Hits the good part of the crossbar if you're the Colts, and the bad part of the crossbar if you're the Huskies there. As play in the middle, Tater off of the crossbar, not able to find its way into the net. Halfway in, but that's not a goal here. With a minute left, we're still knotted up at 2. As that ball's played towards the Colts net and is gonna drop enough to fall into the Colts net. With 55 seconds left, the Colts are down by 1. Off the kickoff, it's left as a slow roller, headed towards the Colts half. Soares with the first touch. Lottie smacks it back into the Colts end. As it bounces back towards the middle, Emilio, trying to play some mind games, just pushes it softly into the corner for Lottie, taking it out. Trying to play a couple mind games, can't, is turned aside. Tater puts it puts it just towards net, not able to get anything from that. It harmlessly crosses the face of goal. Milio down into the corner, Bellotti playing it in the middle. Tater able to get there for the clear. Will Lottie get the follow-up? Does, but turned away by Milio at the last second. Able to keep that one out and keep a 1-goal lead. Tater with the miss on the first one, able to just tap it back to himself and put in his own rebound. Huskies lead 4-2 with 10 seconds left. It's going to take a bit of a miracle if the Colts want to tie this game up and even try to bring it into overtime. Ball pops up, headed towards the Colts end. Soares there to meet it in the corner, not able to make great touch with it. Milio plays it to the opposite side. Ball bounces down for the Huskies, who take game 2, 4-2. Off of some great plays by the Huskies, they looked a lot better, taking 12 shots that game to the Colts 7. Really stepped up their offensive production and made the Colts play a lot of defense, make some mistakes, and get those scoring opportunities. They did have several missed shots, just one's a little bit wide, but those shots didn't end up hurting the Huskies this time around. Series is even at 1 apiece, heading here into game 3. Off the kickoff, Lottie plays it in the middle. Soares there to meet it, takes it up, puts it high off the backboard for Milio, who's able to find the finishing touch. Just puts it in nice and gently for a quick goal on the part of the Colts there. Ten seconds in, the Colts have a 1-0 lead. Soares playing the ball slowly, looking for an infield pass. Misses Milio on that. Milio putting it off the backboard, not able to do anything with it as the Huskies bring it towards net. Milio with the touch almost deflects that for Tater to put into the net. As Soares missing the flick, Lottie getting a 250s as Tater comes in and demos Soares. So Tater playing it slowly in the midfield as it's pushed back by the Colts for Lottie to take from deep in his defensive half, playing it all the way down in the Colts and off the corner for Lottie to easily tap in his own shot there. Just easy pass to himself, a missed corner read on the part of the Colts there to let Lottie tie this up with a little over 4 minutes remaining here. Lottie looking for the pinch, gets it, but he's also 50 there by Soares. Milio meets it, corrals it in the middle, throws it high off the backboard, doesn't get on the second touch, but Soares is able to get that follow-up to give the Colts a fairly quick response and to give them the lead back. Off the sidewall, Milio plays it up in his own corner. Patiently waiting, gets it around one. Tater there to stop it and bring it back towards the Colts net. It's open. Milio coming through, turning that away at the last second. Almost spelled disaster there for the Colts, but they put it towards the net, and the stout defense of the Huskies is holding up. They've let up a couple goals, but the Colts have really worked for those goals. As Soares plays it towards net, Lottie able to get in front of it, turning it to the corner. As he takes it up off the wall, muskies it, but Milio's up, turns it aside. Tater trying to just be a menace in the corner here, throwing it in the middle, not able to get anything with that. Lottie still being a menace down low, plays it in the middle, intercepted by Milio, sent the other way. Huskies have been caught out. Let's see if the Colts can get this centering pass. Lottie able to get back and turn that away. That was a prime opportunity for the Colts, who were not able to convert. Great play by the Huskies to get back on defense, not letting the Colts get that almost free goal. Soares booms it down. That had a chance. Tater able to get back, corral it, and bring that away from danger. As he's up, playing it through the midfield. Emilio getting the bump on Tater as Soares goes and plays the ball, tossing it aside. Excellent defense from both teams so far through these games. As Soares pops it up in the corners, awkward bounce in the middle. Lottie takes it, able to flick it over one Colt. Off the backboard, not able to get it around the other. Tater keeping the ball down low before Soares is able to throw it in the middle, where Emilio meets it off the backboard, gets a touch, but only a glancing one at that, not able to get it towards goal. As the Colts play it back in their zone a little bit, Tater up to try to get it and is demoed, giving the Colts a little bit of room. Emilio with the flick over one. Tater meeting in the middle as Lottie able to also get that middle touch. Playing it, and a wonderful touch by Lottie there. Just able to solo play that off the wall, get it over Emilio, tap it in. With 1:30 remaining, we are yet again knotted at 2. Soares chips it up. Lottie able to get up, but plays it softly as Emilio able to slow that ball down, not stop it fully. Soares up, knocking it back towards the Huskies' end as Tater plays it back into the Colts' end. Emilio up with it in the middle, looking for a play on net, decides not to, plays it towards the corner, throws it out in front. Dangerous ball, no one there to meet it, trying to get a centering shot. As the Huskies just play it into the middle for the Colts. The Colts leave it up there. And the Huskies putting one on net. Really just making the Colts work for these as Emilio takes the ball that rolls up the wall there and is able to dunk that in. Fantastic read on his part to know when that ball was going to pop out in front for that finish. And the Colts have taken a 3-2 lead. We have under 40 seconds remaining. Lottie trying to look for the pass out front, isn't able to find it. Is it going to come back to bite them? It does. Soares able to take that missed pass the other way and put that one in to give the Colts a little bit more security here, building up a 2-goal lead, 30 seconds left. Same situation that the Huskies put them in last game, and the Colts weren't able to make anything of it. Let's see if the Huskies can, as the Colts turn it aside. The first shot, but the follow-up, Tater there in the middle, able to clean up that rebound, and with 22 seconds left, the Huskies have brought it back down to 1. If they can get another quick one like this, there's potential we could see another overtime. But as it stands, the Colts are on track to win this game, but there are still 15 seconds left for the Huskies to change that. As it's played out towards the Huskies' end, down into the Huskies' corner with under 10 seconds left. Soares almost able to find that game-clinching goal, is not Tater. Off the wall, Lottie able to keep it up for him. All the Colts have to do is just get this ball to touch and they win this game. Tater still able to keep it up. Lottie playing it towards the Colts' end. Off the corner, Emilio able to take one touch and lets it drop for the second as the Colts take game 3 by a score of 4-3. Just offensive and defensive showcases from both teams. They are making some mistakes that are leading to goals, but a lot of these, both from the Huskies and the Colts, they are earning these goals that they are scoring. As we get set for game 4, Colts have a 2-1 lead in the series. Soares off the kickoff. trying to make a quick play, not able to get a flick as Lottie is there to cover that ball, not giving the Colts an opportunity. But here's one for Milio. There was a deflection there by the Colts, but Soares able to get the touch he needed to finish that one off. And the Huskies are able to respond immediately off of the kickoff. Only 3 seconds elapsed. Lottie just popping that in the back of the net. Colts not really having a chance to get a car on that ball. Knotted up at one with 15 seconds played. Milio that's just in the net. Another quick goal here. We've had 3 goals in 10 seconds. Definitely trying to pick up the offensive pace here compared to the other games. Off of the kickoff yet again. Colts able to win it, played in. Soares trying to get a dunk, is turned away by Lottie. Tater taking the ball at the midfield. Can he make a play here? Almost able to get it around Milio, who's able to get enough of his car on that ball to turn it aside. Soares in the middle, takes it off top of his car, playing it up, drives it off of the backboard just left of net as Tater comes forward, demoing Soares, leaving Milio back. Oh, Soares off of the respawn, almost able to get there to make the stop, but is not able to get enough of that ball to keep it from going in the net. Great offensive play from the Huskies, just eliminating the Colts player to give them that man advantage. Tater taking it towards the wall, leaves it off. Milio trying to pinch it down towards the Huskies end. Corralled by Lottie, flicking it off into the Colts corner there. Milio slowly playing it out front. Gets almost a flick over Tater as Milio sends it deeper into the zone. Soares playing it back in and across as Milio is able to pinch it across the field. Trying to get the read, doesn't. And Lottie able to take that ball out of the midfield and get it around the Colts second man there. Soares got a touch on it, just Lottie put it in the spot where he wasn't able to turn that away out of the net. As the ball heads down into the Colts zone, Soares grabbing his corner boost is bumped, and Tater trying to get one towards the net but can't. Tater bumped as he tries to put it towards the net. A lot more physical play. Both teams seem to realize that this physical style is what is working, is what is scoring them goals. As Tater plays it up, Soares able to corral that in the air into the corner as it's slowly popped high out front, turned aside. Lottie trying to center that ball again. These centers are just being turned away by the Colts right now. As Milio able to find the short hop and tuck it into the top left corner. Just great shot. Tater not able to get a read off of that or get a quick enough reaction on that shot. Tied up here with 2:45 remaining. Milio in the middle. Tater gathers it, flicks it forward where Soares is able to stop it. 50 by Lottie into the Colts corner where Milio takes it, gets a 50 from the aggressive play from the Huskies there. As it's chipped deep into their end, Tater knocking it back out towards the Colts side as Milio able to stop that ball from going forward. Tries to get a centering pass, not able to get enough on that, nor was a player there as Tater brings it back into the Colts end before it's quickly cleared back out. Centering pass for Soares. Shot looked like it was going wide, but Also deflected by the Huskies. Great play by them defensively. Tater almost able to get it over the top of Soares, getting just enough of that to ruin that opportunity. Milio with the slow ball out front, turns it away. Lottie puts that ball towards net with some power, a little high, still turned away by Soares, safely into the corner. As Tater plays that high, Milio playing that out with the read off the sidewall, going forward, almost gets the low 50 there. Lottie getting with that little flick play there, puts it towards net. Milio blocks it as Lottie plays it into the Colts zone. Tater up for it. That ball ricochets towards net. Milio's back, clears it into the opposite corner. As that's almost a dangerous touch from Soares there, putting that off the backboard out in front of his own net. Milio off of the backboard, can't find the read. Soares just missing on that second ball. See if Milio's able to keep this out, and he is able to get back and just keep that ball out of the net to keep us deadlocked at 3 with 40 seconds to go here. Lottie able to get that 50, knocking it down in front. Tater not in a great position to do that. Patiently plays that attack from the Colts, turning it aside towards net. Tater again, patiently playing these Colts attacks and turning them aside with some ease. Tater again making a goal line stand here. The Colts have just been absolutely peppering the net. Some of the strongest offensive pressure that they've demonstrated out front. Tater yet again just knocks it away gently as that ball hits the ground, and we go to overtime here in game 4. Off the kickoff, Milio gets a demo on Tater. So Soares is open, air dribbling towards the middle. See if Lottie can make a save, and he does. Follow-up shot from Milio off the top, can't find a second touch out front. Rolls to Tater, bringing it back down. Able to get the flick over, and does. Able to get the flick over the Colts defenseman and into the net. Another quick overtime, 2 overtimes, 13 seconds and 21 seconds. But that is the Huskies sending us to game 5. Both of these teams really are living up to their records, playing very close games. I really can't say who's going to come out and win this. I think it's just going to be who makes, I'd say, one mistake. Just going to be one mistake that's going to lead to one goal, because we've had 3 1-goal games and 1 2-goal game. I don't imagine we're going to stray terribly far from that kind of scoreline here in game 5. I would also not be surprised if we see another overtime in this game. And we have the players in, and we're going to get this kickoff underway and start game 5 here. The winner of this game takes the series, as the Colts playing it into the Huskies end. Milio putting it across the front. Tater studiously waiting back, doesn't even make a play. As Soares gets it around him, almost gets the soft touch as Lottie knocks it back down into the Colts half. Tries to get a deflected shot there, but Milio able to get his body in front of that, turning it away. Another 50 in the midfield there. Nothing coming of that. Milio with the air dribble. Rolling up the Huskies backboard. Tater taking it off. Soares able to knock it down, but Lottie with the follow-up as it pops that ball high in the air. Could make a play out of this off, just missing a little wide right. Those are the kind of shots that you need to put in to get goals in these games. They've been coming at a premium. Tater just turning that shot away before it can get too dangerous. Again, making another clear there into the midfield. Not a strong one. Emilio almost getting the dunk. Tater yet again coming through and keeping that ball from hitting the back of the net. Lottie with the flick over Soares. Emilio booms that ball off the backboard as Tater booms it back. Caught by Soares. Tater with the 50 has a chance, able to find it there. Just sneaks in inside that left post, giving the Huskies a 1-0 lead with a minute and a half gone. Off of the kickoff, Lottie with a play into the middle here. Can he get it around them? Can't get it around the Colts defense. Emilio turns it away. Soares is up. A change up. Didn't expect that from him, but the Emilio able to bring it away. Soares back. Also able to just easily turn away that soft shot. Emilio taking his time in the corner, flicks it over Lottie, but Tater there right behind him to push that away. Lottie with the flick. Soares, it's just getting his body in front of that. Both of these teams are just playing very stout defense, not giving each other room. Tater able to get that around Soares, not able to get it around Emilio. Soares off of the ball off the sidewall. Plays it. Lottie up for it off the ceiling. Didn't get the play he looked like he was hoping for as Emilio able to send that ball down to the other end. Soares with a centering shot, but it is turned away by Tater, who seems to just be everywhere on defense for the Huskies, stopping absolutely everything. Emilio up, knocking it back down into the Huskies' end where Lottie able to corral it. Tater up with the ball. Is he able to find? Soares able to find the stop there, but is Lottie not able to get enough power on that touch to get it across the goal line there. Colts able to just keep that out of the net as it's played softly into the Colts zone, trying to be met in the middle by the Huskies. The Huskies not able to do that. Emilio, a couple deflections in the corner there. Soares not in a great place to receive that ball, playing it off the wall around Tater this time, but Lottie right behind him, able to clean up that play, and the Huskies send it back down into the Colts zone with 80 seconds left here. Lottie booms it into the opposite corner of the Colts. Emilio towards the net, able to just keep his body in front of that. And it's demoed by Tater as the Huskies are generating some pressure. Soares not able to find the touch there. Off of the backboard, Emilio not able to find the read, and Tater, Lottie is able to find the back of the net, giving the Huskies a 2-0 lead with a minute remaining. This is looking slightly grim for the Colts, who have been playing extremely well. Let's see if they can dig deep and find 2 goals. Tater plays it over one, drops it out front, and just absolutely tragic for the Colts. Tater just drops it right off of Emilio as it deflects into the Colts net. And the Huskies are pulling away with this 3-0, 50 seconds to go here, game 5. Lottie playing it towards the Colts end. Almost off of that 50, off of the crossbar again. Saving grace for the Colts. They don't need to go down by 4. Emilio missing the read off the sidewall. Soares not able to bring that further in as Lottie turns it away, but Emilio making the save, but another deflection by the Huskies. The Huskies are just there at every ball, not letting the Colts get too much room to work with as they finally able to chip it down, put it towards net. Shallow angle shot, easily turned aside by Tater. Lottie off of the back wall, deflected wide. Soares trying to get the dunk. Tater standing strong, not falling for that fake. Tries to get the pinch, doesn't get it, but Tater was there to get it as it's pushed across and it falls to give the Huskies a 3-0 victory in Game 5, and they take the series by a score of 3-2. This game really did live up to the hype. Both of these teams played incredibly, but the Huskies just able to pull it out. But this is the closest this Huskies team has been this season to losing a series, dropping 2 games. And all 3 games the Huskies have dropped have all been at the hands of the Colts, which is something interesting to consider going into next week and then going into playoffs. But as a recap, Huskies take the series 3-2. Scoreline: Game 1, Colts win 3-2. Game 2 goes 4-2 in favor of the Huskies. Game 3 goes 4-3 in favor of the Colts. The Huskies take Game 4 4-3 in overtime and finish it out with a 3-0 shutout in Game 5. And that is our last game of the evening. So, we're going to be bringing in some players for a post-game interview. So I am joined by Lottie and Tater. So I want to start out by saying, congrats on the win. And what was your preparation going into this game, knowing that the Colts are right behind you in your conference and we're gonna put up a fight?
Lottie's preparation was apparently hoops because apparently he's just built different, warming up with some hoops. Honestly, mine was just going to some free play, warm up a little bit. We knew that if we just played our best, we could win. We showed it last time we played them. They gave us a good fight and a run for our money, to say the least. But we were pretty confident we could win that.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say that after that Game 1, what were you guys thinking? That was only the second game you guys had dropped all season up to that point. Uh, how did you respond to that? Because you really haven't had to respond to losses so much this season.
Lottie, you want to take it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we know that they're obviously very good. So when we lost, we knew we just needed to cut down on like the stupid mistakes and stupid goals we were giving them, and just try to play better defense than them because they're very good mechanically. So it's hard to not let some goals in sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it definitely showed the mechanics from both teams were uh, stellar, and honestly the defensive performance that you guys put up as well as your offensive performances too. Uh, Tater, I gotta say, you were everywhere, man. Absolutely everywhere. Just any ball the Colts put towards the net, you were there. I mean, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that was something that was frustrating them?
Say it was probably frustrating them. They're probably not used to it. Last series we played versus them, I definitely dropped the ball on some saves. So they probably expected a lot more mistakes from it. But honestly, I just felt I was peaking defensively. I felt like they could put any shot on target and I could save it. It's just kind of the
I
night I was having.
I mean, honestly, I have to say, if you go back and watch my casting, it was just Tater turns the ball away, Tater makes the save, Tater knocks it off the goal line. It seemed like any ball that the Colts put towards net, you were there. But I do have to say, you guys made a couple fantastic passing plays to each other. Do you guys how often do you guys play together? Or how long have you guys been playing together?
I mean, I've known Lottie for like a year and a half now. I mean, we don't like play as much like nowadays, but we've definitely played a lot of 2v2, 3v3 together and against each other in different leagues. So, um, kind of used to how each other play, I would say, for the most part.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so yeah, it's just a little bit of chemistry, but
So mindset do you think you need to have going forward? I mean, this was definitely your toughest test of the season so far. Um, how do you respond to a tough match like this despite winning?
3-0 our next opponent and go next week. Wait for the finals to play them again.
I have to say the straight answer and the confidence. I have to respect that. To dig deep, do better, and that's all I have for you guys. Unless you guys have anything else you'd like to say.
Lottie, you know what? He messaged me.
Yeah. We wanted to shout out our boy Prosperity 2K, the absolute goat. Pirates carry and MLE. Just wanted to say that. Absolute beast.
Taught us everything we know on God. So
All
Yeah.
right, that's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. And for Frontiers Doubles League, this has been Akbar's signing off. Have a good night, everyone.